Good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on a water fast. Thank you for joining me this morning. This is week 23. It is day 2. It is November the 15th. It is almost Turkey Day. Are you ready for some turkey, mashed potatoes, pecan pie? It's not gonna happen, folks. Don't even think about it. I forgot to look at my weight. I woke up this morning at 214.5. So I lost half pound from the prior day. 214.5. Going back to Thanksgiving, the holidays are coming. Cookies, office parties. Thanksgiving, everybody's got to eat it. Thanksgiving, just shove it in that mouth. Turkey, dressing. I love stuffing. I love stuffing. Pecan pie, pumpkin pie with, you put the whipped cream on top. Oh, it just, fresh out of the oven, it melts in your mouth. If you're on my water fast, you're going to have 3 glasses of water. That's it. I hope that your family respects what you're trying to do enough to not shove food in your face at Thanksgiving. It's kind of weird not eating on Thanksgiving. I know that. Good Lord. I've had the social pressure from families and friends and you're not eating from coworkers. So, I can relate. The decision that you have to make is, are you going to cheat and throw away all that you've done up to Thanksgiving Day and start all over again, day 1, week 1, or are you going to be good? Are you not going to eat that pie? Are you not going to eat that turkey? And oh God, mashed potatoes with gravy on it? I could eat the whole bowl. But you have to decide, is your goal to lose weight more important than eating Thanksgiving with your family and friends? I can't make that decision for you. I've already made it for me. I'm not eating turkey. I'm not partaking in Thanksgiving this Thanksgiving. Now, next Thanksgiving, that may be different. But as I said, I weighed in today at 214.5. My goal weight is 198. I'm within reaching my goal. And it's November 15th. So I've only got, give or take, 45 days, plus or minus. And I'm not sure that I'll be able to do it, to be quite honest with you. We're talking losing 15, 17 pounds in 6 weeks. I have my doubts, and somebody said, well, what if you don't make it? Well, come December 31st at 12 p.m., that ends my current water fast. So I will be at whatever weight I'm at on December 31st. And I will flip from trying to lose the weight into what many of you are on, that is maintenance mode. And I'm going to have that 25-pound range where I'll go up few pounds and back down a pound or two and up a few pounds, and expect me to bounce. I expect to bounce. I don't expect to stay at 198. I do hope I touch 198. I can tell you that if I hit 226.0, while on my maintenance program, I will flip back to water fasting to week 1, day 1, until I get below that 225 range that I've set not only for me, I've set it for you too. And if you're on my maintenance program, I've already shared with you what my expectations are that you'll follow while on maintenance. You can't just eat anything you want. If you go back to eating potato chips and cookies and pie and pizza and drink beer, you'll gain all the weight back. I mean, this water fasting is a lifestyle change. If you're not committed to changing your lifestyle, if you're happy being fat and obese, then why start? I mean, if you're in good health, I was not, but if you're in good health and all that weight has not caught up with you, what the hell? Go eat a pizza. Blow it off. Because obviously your body can tolerate it. You know, people ask me how I got started trying to lose weight. I walked into my doctor's office and he turned white as a sheet and he said, "You shouldn't be here. You should be in a morgue. I mean, you're that close to being comatose. What the hell have you been eating and drinking?" And I said, hey, come on, I've only been drinking 2 to 4 2-liter bottles of soda a day. And by the way, some of those bottles were diet. I don't do drugs. I don't, I watch what I eat because, I drink that diet soda. Now, I drank some of the sugared stuff too. And he said, well, diet or not, you destroyed your body. How would you like a visit to the hospital? And he put me in the hospital for a week or so. And, I went home feeling just as bad as when I went into the hospital, and I was on insulin and doing the 3 insulin shots a day. And if you've ever been handed a needle with insulin in it and the nurse tells you poke yourself in the stomach, I mean, that takes real courage to do that, which I did. But if you're healthy and you're happy being fat and you're happy being obese, enjoy Thanksgiving with your family and your friends, because at some point you will wake up one day and you will utter the words. They will come out of your mouth. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I mean, I've said it often on my channel, and I'll continue to say it because that's how I got started. I spent $500,000 in medical benefits, getting MRIs and EKGs and stress tests. I've donated enough blood to have blood work done to float a battleship. And one day, again, you'll wake up and you'll go, wow, these doctors and hospitals, all they want to do is be able to bill for a procedure. They're not really helping me solve my problem. I mean, my God, I had high blood pressure, eye issues, thyroid issues, insulin issues. I mean, I could go on. And so one day I woke up and I said, well, I'm not a doctor, but I'm going to figure my weight issue out. I'm going to figure out what I have to do to lose weight. And hopefully some of the other problems will correct themselves. Well, that was pure genius. Now, unfortunately, what I did next, I hope to save all of you from doing. Because I signed up for Jenny Craig because Jenny Craig says you'll lose weight. And I signed up for Nutrisystem and spent thousands of dollars. And I signed up for Ideal Protein because my doctor recommended Ideal Protein, and my doctor would never lie to me. My doctor, all of the professionals have my best interests at heart. I'm sure you found that to be the case. Bullshit! My doctor was getting a kickback from the Ideal Protein people for the amount of prepackaged foods that I bought. And so one day, you wake up and you say, I can't afford this. I'm not going to do this. Because when I eat the prepackaged foods, yeah, I do lose weight. But when I go back to eating normal foods, I gain all of the weight that I lost back, plus more. And I'm paying for this? No. And that's why, even if you don't join the community and start your own water fast for four weeks, watch this channel. Let me prove to you that water fasting works. I beg you. I'm asking you. Subscribe to this channel. This is a no bullshit channel. I'm not trying to sell you a book or a CD. I'm not trying to sell you a supplement. I'm not referring you to my doctor because my doctor has the magic answer to losing weight. I don't have a Patreon page, folks. Occasionally I'll get notified by someone that, well, we didn't know you had a Patreon page. We're going to contribute money to your Patreon page. Please don't do that. That's a scam. Do not do that. But this works. I can't overemphasize this enough. And when I started this channel with one goal, besides losing the weight for myself. I wanted 100 of you around the world to join me and start your own water fast for just 4 weeks. And then I want you to notify me it didn't work, I didn't lose any weight, or I gained all the weight back. And you did. Many of you have said, I'm losing weight. For the first time in my life, I'm losing weight. Someone the other day asked me, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you on your water fast? And that's clearly an easy answer to provide. When you are fat, and I was not fat, let me make it very clear, I was obese at 315 pounds. And by the way, today I'm at 214.5. But when you're obese, let me share with you something that you may not realize. When you're obese, you can't see your feet. Now, I'm sure you're going, huh? What do you mean you can't see your feet? When you look down, you can't see your feet. Your stomach is so far extended that you can't see your feet. And the greatest thing about this water fast for me has been, oh my God, I woke up one day and I did what I normally do. I was in my whitey tighties and I stepped on the scale and I looked down and I went, oh shit, I can see my feet. I had lost enough weight, enough fat around my belly. My belly had shrunk so much that I actually looked down, and for the first time in years, I hate to admit it, I saw my feet. Funny but true story. I love that story. I'll never forget that. And to think I was 315 pounds when I started, I prayed to God that I would just see 299.9. If I could just lose about 15 pounds, that would be a miracle. Because, I am 67 years old. I'm an old fart. Old people don't lose weight. Old people sit in rest homes and nursing centers, and they eat that pie, and they eat those large meals, and they get wider and wider and fatter and fatter. Well, I looked down one day and I said, I can see my feet. And that's when I knew, ladies and gentlemen, that what I'm telling you to do works. That's when I realized for the first time in my life that I'm on the right track. Now, I still question the 25-pound range because it used to be 10 pounds. If you touch your goal weight and you break out of the 10-pound range and you gain 11 pounds, then you immediately go back to water fasting, week 1, day 1. But again, I've extended that to 25 pounds because we're all different. We have different metabolisms. And believe me, when you lose weight, and you will lose weight, your thyroid will change and somewhat heal itself. Your body will go through a number of changes, good changes. I'm no longer on high blood pressure medicine. I used to have extremely high blood pressure. I'm no longer taking thyroid medicine. Don't need it. Insulin. I used to shoot myself in the stomach with a needle 3 times a day and take my insulin. I don't do that anymore. My highest A1C number was either 12.5 or 13.5. 14, around the number 14, you're comatose. Around the number 15, you should be dead. That's how close I was. My last A1C number was the lowest in 20 years. I came in at 6.4. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. There is a solution to diabetes. Because once I get back into the 5s, between 5.0 and 5.9, that's an acceptable range. And you no longer have diabetes. I am 0.4 of 1 pound or 1 point away from being diabetic free. Now, I can't go eat a gallon of ice cream. I can't go start drinking booze. I can't eat anything that I want once I touch the 5s. But I'll get there, and so will you. So I always like to end my show with the saying, the distance between your dreams and reality is something called discipline. The distance between your dreams, what you dream about and your reality where you are right now, it's called discipline. And the reason I bring up that saying is Thanksgiving is coming up. Christmas is coming up. The office parties are starting to happen. Do you have the discipline to stay on your water fast? Do you? Do you have the discipline at Thanksgiving to say, no thank you, I'm fasting? I don't know the answer to that question for you, but the answer to that question for me is hell yes. I've got the discipline because number one, I want to be healthy. Number two, I want to see that 5.9 A1C number. And it might not happen in January, which I believe is my next lab work test. You know, it might happen in April. It might happen next July. But I'm going to hit that 5.9 or below. Because through all the training and the hospitals and the caseworkers and the doctors, they've all said, Thomas, there is no solution to diabetes. Once you have diabetes, you will have it for a lifetime. I didn't buy that then. I don't buy that now. And I'm out to prove them wrong. As far as you all, do you have the discipline to change your reality and achieve your dreams? Do you? I'd like to welcome our new subscribers. And I update my channel Monday through Friday generally. Occasionally I'll miss a day, but stay tuned. You can laugh and point your finger at me and say he failed, or you can clap and say, by golly, he did it. He touched 198. Now let's see if he can keep the weight off. We're going to do it together for those of you who have started your own water fast. One more thing about pills. I don't do marijuana, cocaine, I don't do any illegal drugs at all. Never have, never will. My heart goes out to people who do that. I think it's wrong from a lot of different viewpoints. But, I never once said no when a doctor said, here, pop this pill in your mouth for high blood pressure, thyroid, take this insulin, yada, yada, yada. Well, the doctors don't know when you're taking a lot of medications, how those medications interact with each other. So on day 1, week 1 of my water fast, I went off all meds. Now, I felt like shit for the first week. And whether you're on prescription meds or not, you will too, I guarantee you. And some of you will feel like shit for the first 10 days. But you will, after that time period, slowly start to improve. American Idol has something, they call it Hell Week. They call it that for a reason. Water fasting, we have our own Hell Week. It extends for 7 to 10 calendar days. And you will feel terrible. Your body will rebel against not getting caffeine. But you'll live through it. And in my case, I pretty much said to myself, look, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to find out how to do it. I'm either going to live or die. But I'm going to live or die trying to lose weight. I'm going to live or die by figuring this out. And I did. And many of you are doing it too. So yesterday, and I do apologize for the length of this video, but yesterday I said, make a list of what you want to accomplish today. Because I have found we waste a lot of time. I don't care if you got an 8-to-5 job, you still waste a lot of time, and so do I. Now, you don't have to account for every single minute of every single day, but have a list of what you want to accomplish today and get going on it. Take action. Start working on it. Even if you only scratch off half of your items on your list, you've completed half of those. Even if you only complete one of those, you've completed one. Congratulate yourself. We tend to beat ourselves up. We're harder on ourselves than other people are. So that's my quote for the day. Those are my thoughts. Stay healthy, stay happy. God willing, I will see you on Wednesday. And stay warm if you're in a colder climate. It's cooling off here. We're in the 40s and the 50s. So it's starting, winter has finally arrived. I bid you farewell, and I'll see you tomorrow.